Hello, guys. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining the webinar. There are still quite a few people joining, but we're gonna start. We're not gonna wait long because I know it's a bit late in some countries. And thank you very much for being on time. I guess there will be more people joining later, and some people will be watching the recording. So, in case you're uncomfortable showing your face later when we will have questions and answers, please keep in mind that this webinar will be recorded. And yeah, I have my colleague from Mohawk College here. Let me quickly introduce myself, and then I will give her the word, and she will be doing most of the webinar with you. So my name is Arkady, and I represent Connect Agency. I'm based in Canada. I recruit students into Canadian institutions, and also I work all over the world. I work with students for over 20 years. I have worked in different schools, agencies, and colleges and universities before. And I have a lot of knowledge about the Canadian education system. I have accumulated a lot of experience working with different schools. I know all your needs. I'm an immigrant in Canada, and it's been more than, I guess, around 15 years now. And yeah, and my colleague Svetlana from Mohawk College is from Eastern Europe as well. So we'll be talking about not just about studying in Canada, but also about living, about starting your career in Canada. We know your needs very, very well. You all have my contact details in case you guys want to connect with me later, talking about different educational programs, different opportunities in Canada. Please feel free to send me an email. I will be in touch with you shortly as well. I will send you lots of information about the college, about different programs, and about services, the services available. So yeah, that's about me. And Svetlana, please, can you unmute yourself? I would like to introduce you as well.
Hello everyone. Hello, Arkady.
Yeah, hello, Svetlana. Thank you very much for doing this great webinar for us. I personally really like working with Mohawk College. It has great location. It has a great number of programs. It is really one of the leading institutions, educational institutions in Canada, and it is well known all over Canada for its employment rate. First of all, is it correct?
Yes, correct. And internationally as well, right?
Yes, that's really important. And for me, living in Canada for so long, especially working mostly in Ontario, I would say Hamilton is one of the destinations that is really attracting to students, to people, because it's a hub of lots of industries. There are a few large airports around Hamilton. It's a part of the Golden Horseshoe, probably the wealthiest region of Canada, or maybe the most economically developed, sorry, the region of Canada. But I think Svetlana will tell a little more about the region as well. So yeah, there is a chat box. Okay, a little bit of organizational stuff. Somebody is saying hi. Guys, if you want to use the chat box, I will be able to respond in the chat box as well. But I appreciate if you keep your questions to the end of the webinar to ask Svetlana whether you want in person, whether you want to be heard and seen on the screen, or if you send it in the chat box, she will be able to answer at the end of the webinar as well. So thank you very much.
For sure, yes. So thank you so much once again for everyone who joined. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So depending where you right now. So and again, it's a great pleasure having the webinar together with our great partner, great friend, Arkady. So we've been partnering for many years. And the most important for you to know before we start is the who we are, that Arkady introduced himself already, and who I am, what is our institution, but the most important, what is the value you are here, right? So what you can take from us as the first important thing is the service. You can see our energy today, right? So we love what we are doing. We love our students. We love everything what relates to the planning for your future career, changing your life completely, or a bit adjusting, so depending where you're right now, right? And making your dreams to come true. So that's why we are here. So let me introduce a bit about myself. So I've been in Canada for almost 16 years. I was like you, many years ago. Not sure, just I'm talking about my experience. When I came to Canada, I had zero English. So I started my international student journey from learning English and attending community college and then starting a career in Canada. So it was my journey that I'm sharing with you. And that's why it's very important why I'm in this industry. I love what I'm doing in international education, and I love making your dreams to come true. So all services, and if you have any questions during the presentation, please use the chat box, or you can always connect with us after the presentation. I'm sure Arcadia is going to be able to send a recording of our session, and then we're going to be connected. And please connect to our Instagram channels as well. So do you think we're going to start, Arcadia?
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you very much for this great introduction. We have more people joining, so I think it's the right time to start now. And we are really thrilled to hear all the great things about Mohawk College, about studying, living, and working in Canada.
Awesome. Okay, so let me share the screen first. So it's in PDF. I'll try to make it bigger, so you're gonna see everything, and I hope you're gonna see it. So just give me a second, please. So do you see it? Could you let me know?
It is working. I can see it. Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, so we were talking with Arcadia for adding videos, but because of the internet connections, and we want to stick to the points to talk about major things, because usually 1 hour for us with Arcadia is not enough to talk about Canada and your opportunity for the future, right? So we're going to be able to send those additional resources after the presentation. So, and again, welcome to Mohawk College. Close your eyes and imagine you're already in Canada. So it's very important to see and to feel what is it about. So what's our agenda going to be? And again, you're going to see little snow on a slide on the left side. They have no snow this year, and I'm sure Arcadia can reconfirm that. So our location, I'm going to talk about it later on, is in very, I'd say, warmer part geographically. So we're in a southern part of Ontario, and Mohawk College is located in the city of Hamilton, province of Ontario, English-speaking province in Canada. So let's take a look quickly what we're going to be talking about. Of course, about city, I always recommend for everyone, whenever you're planning to go, please do your research, read more, for understanding in what city you are going to, in what region you are going to. And as an addition, for the institution, what's the institution? So that's, we're going to be talking about who we are, our campuses, very important, jobs and employment. So we are focusing on the return of investment for you. So we care about your budget, which is very important for everyone. Trust us for us as well, that we can find the best solution for you for your future studies based on your budget and based on your career dreams. So of course, we're going to be talking about programs, how to apply. You are so lucky you have Arcadia, who's going to be able to support you during all stages, and me as well in our institution. Very important scholarships and awards. We're receiving so many questions in regards to that. Services, and again, I always concentrate in Mohawk College while speaking with partners, students, and families that the city important, sorry, let's start. Country is important, city is important, institution you are going to, what are the jobs opportunity in the region, in the institution, and the most important, what services we're going to provide to you. That's very crucial, important for everyone, I'm sure, before coming to Canada, during your stay, and after graduation. And also important, is accommodation options, right? So how much is it? What are the options we can offer for you to start, whether you are coming with a family or by yourself? And of course, as we say, work hard, play hard, right? So the sports activities, students' life, and so many fun activities going to be here for you available at any time. So I want to show you quickly where, sorry, just like that. So where, like, what are our office representatives? But very important for you again, I'm based in Canada, Arkady based in Canada, our institution based in Canada, our campus is based in Canada, but we have internationally, in different countries, office representatives. So as of now, we have, of course, in Canada, China, Nepal, Philippines, Kenya, recently in Colombia, sorry, and we are planning to do it in Europe. But for now, Arcady is number one for you to know about it, okay?
Yeah.
And again, if you
thank you very much. I just want to jump in. I want to say, guys, no matter what country you're from, I had students from over 20 countries last year who I assisted. So please feel free to reach out to me. It doesn't really matter what your citizenship is, doesn't really matter where you reside. So I work with people from different countries, and I speak English, Russian, German, and Spanish. So if you need to talk to me in any of these languages, please feel free. I would be more than happy.
awesome. Thank you, Arkady. And our campuses, location in campuses. And Arkady already introduced a little bit about the city of Hamilton, that an industrial city and extras. So the most important for you to understand the city itself. So it's almost 1 million population city. Trust me, when I moved from Toronto to Hamilton in 2015, we had only 500,000 population, so you can imagine that those people who moved to Hamilton, mostly from Toronto, you know why? Because of the affordability of the housing. And most important, very close to Toronto, so it's about 40 minutes, 45 minutes from Hamilton to Toronto, and from Hamilton to the border of USA to the Niagara Falls. It also causes, Arkady mentioned, Golden Horseshoe. We're on the Lake of Ontario. It's a green, great city. We have also McMaster University, if you've heard about it. So it's located in the city of Hamilton, like the two biggest caterpillars. In our Golden Horseshoe location. And again, the majority is the students' population in the city of Hamilton. It's a very interesting city. You can imagine that the students' population, so many trails and parks to visit. Over 100 waterfalls. So we are the biggest city with waterfalls all over the place, all over the world. So that's very important for you to understand. We are heart of the waterfalls, beautiful tourist city, arts and film industry located in the city of Hamilton. Probably you've heard Vancouver is considered #1 city for film industry, and guess what? The second one is Hamilton. So again, the most important for you, the career opportunities as a student, as a graduate. So most of our students are staying in Hamilton. They don't move somewhere because everything is existing in Hamilton for studying, living, and working and having fun, buying a house, starting a career, and extras. So that's very important. And again, Arkady mentioned, I can talk about it a lot. I love what I'm doing. I love where I live. So I live in the Hamilton region personally. So I'm talking from bottom of my heart, what is my experience since 2015 and students' experience. So the city of Hamilton having over 13,000 companies located in the city of Hamilton. And it's connected with Toronto. So we are considered as the Great Toronto Hamilton area, so GTHA. So like kind of under Toronto, but we are separate cities standing by ourselves. We have the biggest cargo airport in our city. We have harbor. and everything that relates to IT, business sector, and extras located in the city of Hamilton. But we don't have oil and gas, that's just for you to know, right? And we are an industrial city as well. So we are producing over, I believe, 40-60% of the steel production each year, and we are exporting this amount. So we are contributing to the economy. So that's why our institution was opened for the reason in the city of Hamilton, based on the industry. And again, I can talk about it a lot. I hope we're going to have enough time today. So the Mohawk College itself, so we're going to be talking about it on the next slide, I guess. Let me see. So our campuses and who we are, I'd like to give you a bit more additional information. So in Mohawk College, we have over 32,000 students with over 5,000 international students. You can imagine, it's like a city in a city, I always say, right? So it's a big institution. We were opened in 1967, so all community colleges were opened in the same year across Canada after universities. And the most important for you to understand, the reason why we exist, the reason we exist in the city of Hamilton is because of the original industrial and local companies' needs had to be more specialists for retraining and training local industries professionals. So you already having an idea right now who we are. So we are like industry is dictating to us for all our programs, what programs what career professionals they want to see as a graduates after completing their programs, right? So we are connected industry. So I'd say industry connecting to Mohawk College with across all programs. And we are the biggest institution in province of Ontario since we were opened to be #1 for providing apprentice training, meaning that across all province of Ontario, we are #1. Our task is training and retaining our local professionals from all industries. And here we are in our campuses, so let's talk about it. So we have 5 campuses. So let's go quickly for you to visualize who we are and how it looks like. So one of it is, and again, Mohawk College, very well known as a brand over 50 years in Canada and outside of Canada internationally as the health and technology. So as you can see here, one of the campus located on the territory of McMaster University. So we have a joint campus. It calls Institute for Applied Health Sciences at McMaster University. And again, if you've done your research, if not, so it's very interesting for you to learn about McMaster University. So it's one of the best universities in the world considered as well. So in this campus, mostly health-related programs we have. This is the biggest campus. I work here personally. We've met with Arkady here as well. So we had our video back in the summer. So it's a huge campus. So again, it's a final campus. Stony Creek campus here is an example. And you can question me or yourself, well, why do they have these campuses? Why they cannot have one campus? So reason #1 is we are a technological institution. So for the streams, like based on the industry that we provide programs related to the industries, for example, motive power, where we train our professionals, and after graduation, they receive a Mohawk diploma in motive power and extra certificate of General Motors. So just to give you an idea, what is it? And not only that, as you can see here, Stony Creek campus is, we need big spaces for providing you the hands-on training, the experiential labs, and extras. So that's why we need to provide you for all industries, for all programs in Mohawk College, the environment, labs, everything has to be equipped as it's in real world of your industry, right? So we need big spaces for that. We need the newest technology in our institutions and extras. So here, for example, Stony Creek, that's why you see here. The recently opened campus, newly joined campus with Trice College. It's in Mississauga, so it's a bit closer than Hamilton, but again, depending where your relatives live or what's the purpose you want to choose this campus. So in this campus, there some program you can choose being and studying in Mississauga campus. So we opened last September. And the most important, as I mentioned in the beginning, we are career-focused institution, industry-focused institutions. For us, number one is jobs and employment. Before you come to Canada, during your studies, and after graduation. So as you can see, here is a rate is conducted on a regular basis from different organizations that we have over 88%, I'd say almost 89% of the graduates are employed. But it's not just employed. The most important, they're staying in their field. In my experience, many years ago, when I graduated university in Eastern Europe, I graduated because it was a trend, but I didn't actually work in my field. So in Mohawk College and in Canada, everything is different, maybe than in your country. So students are here choosing the career first, then choosing the program, and then they are going to start their studies in Mohawk College, right? Again, all our programs are career focused with industry and employers connections, not only in the city of Hamilton, but across province of Ontario and other provinces as well. So the most important we provide and focusing always is a career support, volunteering opportunities, on-off campus jobs. It's very crucial for you to understand. And I'm just adding here, not to add here, is you are as a student in Canada on a study permit, you're allowed to work no more than 20 hours per week during your studies and no more than 40 hours per week once you are off. Let's say it's a holidays or summer off. So that's why we provide lots of, and it's a great additional benefit for you to choose Canada, to choose Mohawk College as a public institution, that all our students, international students, having this opportunity. Again, that's just a little bit tip for you to think while you're creating your student budget, right? How much going to be your living expenses, how much is the program, and the most important, how much you can earn. So please concentrate on that as well. As a student, you are eligible to work, plus you're going to have a full-time job between semesters, like in major cases, right? And after graduation, you're eligible to apply as an international student graduating Mohawk College for up to 3 years for postgraduate work permit automatically, okay? It's very, very crucial, important. And here we are co-op programs. What does it mean, co-op programs? I'm not sure if you've heard or you haven't, but let me give you a bit more details to that. So, for example, co-op is a paid co-op term. As an example program, let's say, biotechnology. So it's a 2-year program. So 1 year is considered 1 academic semester, 2 academic semesters, 1 academic year, 2 academic semesters, sorry. And usually another year, like your last year, you're going to be employed to the company, so under co-op term as a full-time employee, where you're going to be working 40 hours per week as a full-time, again, employee, and having a salary. So that's very important for you to see. There's so many opportunities for you. And again, there's so many services in Mohawk College, and workshops, career events, industries coming to see you, and extras. And the most important, that's my very, one of the top interesting topics that I'm talking about and preparing students before they come to Canada, actually, once they register with Mohawk College. Resume, cover letter, how to be prepared for the interview, where to get those references that employer asking, how to get a first experience in Canada. There's so many things behind that. So we fully prepare you for that. So let's talk about college programs, right? So again, it's all career-focused programs. And you can see we have over 105 programs available for international students with over 23 with co-op options. So what type of programs we have in degrees in Mohawk College as a public institution? For you to understand, if you are a high school student in your country and wanted to apply to Mohawk College, you're welcome to do so. I'm just, dividing by categories. So then in your case, you're going to be considered under the post-secondary or undergraduate degree programs, usually duration 2 or 3 years. Then usually, advanced diploma is 3 years, usually undergraduate degrees, a 2-year, or what we also call the foundation program, which is a 1 year, not mandatory to take depending on the program you take. So again, you're not alone. You might receive so many information today, but we will here with Arkady for you to work on your individual case, on your individual situation, what would be the best for you to tailor your international student journey and a study plan, right? And another category is, or you already, let's say, graduated high school and you're looking to apply to Mohawk, you're welcome to apply. Sometimes I'm receiving from different countries or from Italy or from, doesn't matter which country, inquiries that student didn't complete grade 12, grade 11, depending on the country you live in, and you graduated high school. So we might work on it with customizing your program, with adding more courses or testing you extra. So there are always a solution might be working with Mohawk College and working with Arkady. And another stream is a postgraduate programs. Usually it calls postgraduate certificates. Personally, I graduated postgraduate certificate, 1 year international business management. It was the best investment ever in my life. I was as an international student in Canada many years ago. It helped me a lot. So the postgraduate programs usually 1 or 2 years duration. There are so many options, very cool. Let us know what you'd like to ask or what you have in mind to share. And bachelor programs. So we are so proud. So again, just for you to understand, the community college and the university are on the same level. Okay, so we have bachelor programs as well in Mohawk College. I believe there are 3 or 4 streams already. So let us know what is your interest. We're going to be able to provide you lots of things. And one of their best program for bachelor programs, the first one, it's been opened last year. It calls Digital Health. It's a 4-year program, less tuition fee than in university, of course. But we are the only one institution across Canada because we are a very technological institution, and our majority it's been over 50 years is a health and technology. That's why we were selected as an institution to open this very unique stream after pandemic, especially that is very needed internationally. Okay, and again, we talked about employment rate and extras. So let's work on the next one. So field of study. So I'm sure Arkady has been receiving so many inquiries. I've been receiving so many inquiries. So I've been with Mohawk since 2015 and in international education almost 15 years. So there are so many questions students usually asking, some percentage of them asking, oh, what would you recommend what to graduate? What would you recommend is going to be easier for me? Or what would you recommend to have the highest salary, right? There's always top questions like that and inquiries coming to us with Arkady. Sometimes I'm joking, sometimes I'm saying seriously. So just for you to know, Canada is a land of opportunities. In Canada is the most important for you to continue to grow your skills and talents, your international background, your education, if you already even completed a high school, and your career dreams, right? So again, everything of what you like or you're gonna love, that would be the best. But if you come to me and say, you know what, I wanted to become an artist, I'm like, oh, that's a very cool thing. Or real estate, I've had something like that. I said, that's a very cool, but let's concentrate on your major first, but aside you can do lots of things, right? So and again, think what you like, who you want to become in the next 3-5 years, and extras. So let's review sections we have in Mohawk College. I usually separate them by sections. So of course, as you've heard, health and technology, that's who we are and that's our brand. Extras, and you can think, oh my God, like how come health, technology, and music program, right? So we are considered as the #1 institution, the best institution providing music streams, and we are the institution who are having the pathway with Berkeley College in USA. So that's kind of for you. We have basis engineering and technology, everything what relates, and health, of course, and everything what relates to that, architecture, environmental technician, aviation, IT, everything what anything can come to your mind, we have here existing in Mohawk College, and health related programs. But also aside, we have unique streams, like as I mentioned, music streams, right? So the community services, what does it mean? Community services is, for example, working with kids as early childhood education, or paralegal, or personal support worker, or something else. Communication arts, it's like more creative industries, like as I mentioned, music, TV broadcasting is very important program, very important industry. So we have our TV shows, rooms, we have television studio where students are working, we're providing equipment. There's so many things behind the scene. So photography program, animation, the graphic design, we have the whole section for that, for students to working on it. And to working on industries projects too as well. So there's so many programs under that. So preparatory studies, for example, is a foundational programs like pre-health or pre-technology if needed. So depending on each situation. So for me, you can look at me and Arcady and you can think, oh, they want to get more money. It's not working with us like that, right? So for us, we take care about your budget, about what the best going to be based on the international admission, based on the degree you have or background you have. Let's say you're looking for cardiovascular program. There are so many things behind that. How to apply, are you eligible? So we do pre-assessment. There are so many things like that. So we're all here to support. That's kind of things in business, of course. So for example, we have very unique streams. I'm just finishing up and I see we already 134. So very important streams like business sectors, like let's say 5 or 6 programs. So and that's understandable, that's okay. So students asking, oh, you know what, I want to be in business field, but I'm not sure who I want to become. That's normal. So think about not a specific narrow programs. So think about like more wider programs that you're going to have more opportunities to apply for a job after graduation and to have more skills. Let's say, like in my case, I took international business management. So it was more broad program, always covering all subjects like logistics, import, export, business, international marketing, and extras. So in business sector, it's very important. It's related to post-secondary programs. Like general business, so it's a 2-year program and a very cool thing. So after graduating first semester, you're going to have an opportunity to transfer to one of the streams we offer in business sector, let's say 5 or 6, business insurance or business marketing or business administration. we transferring to the second semester, right to the second semester. So, because the first semester for our business streams are common, so all the same, so you're not losing anything. So it's a very cool option for you just to have an idea about it. Again, I want to share with you a lot, but let's go to the next one. So from my experience from the last year, just saying, for example, it's not necessarily you have to take this option. So the most of European students recently, from especially last year, at the end of the last year, they were looking for 1+1 programs or postgraduate streams. So that's for the students who already completed university back home and looking to extend their career or to upgrade their professional skills, so to get an extra career. So it's a very popular among international students. So what does it mean 1+1? So 1+1 meaning that we have a list of programs. For example, international business management, project management, logistics, supply chain, business analysis, for example, right? So where you can take, I always call it mix and match. So where, for example, you can take from this September international business management, and from the next year, you can combine with the business analysis, for example. So duration of your program is going to be 2 years. So it's going to be indicated in the letter of acceptance. And you're applying for a study permit for 2 years and eligible to apply for up to 3 years PGWP, postgraduate work permit. So it's a very cool option, one of the options for you if you are a mature applicant and graduated university. So and again, here I highlighted bachelor degree in digital health. So it's a combination of technology and health. So it's a very, very comprehensive program. So, and again, academic programs, and that's for you just to see in a health sector how we are equipped. Again, it's very challenging to provide you everything what we have, but just to get an idea how you're going to be studying. That's the actual environment. So it's very important for you to be in this field, to understand what is it. Right, so community services, so police foundation investigations, health and wellness on the right corner, upper corner you see, so that we have health, wellness and fitness program, for example, where we have nutritionist corner, where people work like cooking there, right? So they need to know how it is. So everything located on your campus. And below you can see the courtroom. So you think, oh, why do we have a courtroom? So we have simulation labs, simulation courtroom, where hearings are happening there. So that's why all our students, based on a program, based on the industry, future industry, they're all prepared once they graduate. And all employers who are employing our graduates are satisfied 100% with the preparedness for the industry of our graduates. So there's so many things. Community arts, journalism, radio, TV, graphic design, animation, music program. You can imagine, for example, music program, I believe it's already closed for September 2023, so it's one of the high demanded programs as well. So it's very comprehensive programs. And my suggestion for you to look at the programs is how to select the program. So again, thinking about a career, thinking who you wanted to become, and then again, connecting to us, of course, number one, but also thinking meanwhile that the most important to look at the program details, semester per semester, subject by subject, what you're going to be studying, whether or not you like it or you hate it, right? Any career opportunities, that would be my 2 suggestions for you to take a look. And again, it's just kind of business sector, technology. So we have lots of programs in under engineering technology. As you can see, biotech, biotechnology, the robotics is very famous across Canada in Mohawk College. So 3D printer, aviation. So we are preparing. So we have a separate standing campus joined with Hamilton International Airport, a huge space. It's our aviation campus, newly rebuilt. It's last year, where we have our Boeings and small jets, where we train our students every day, and they are prepared for their career. So it's one of the high demanded graduates even while they are studying. So airlines are asking our existing students to come to work. So they have part-time job right on the International Hamilton Airport. So you can think about our institution as a big institution, city in the city, our programs, industry connections, and who we are, right? I hope you have at least an idea. And again, skilled trades, sorry, that's in Stony Creek campus. That's what I was talking about. On the left side, you're going to see a car here. So everything is in one place. So that's why we need to provide you everything, work on it as a real specialist in your industry. And everything is here to take notes or to work on such an industry. On the right side, let's see, you can see a little house. It's not a little, it's a big one. Everything in one campus, Stony Creek, where we prepare architectural technicians. For example, they do everything from scratch and they're doing by themselves as well. So there's so many interesting things you can look at. And that's our, again, aviation lab. That's one of our Boeing. So that students are working on it every day. And they can work after graduating of aviation streams. I believe there are 3-4 aviation streams as aviation mechanicals, avionics, and extras. On the production side, on the maintenance side, or something else. There's big opportunities in terms of the career. So, and here we are. So we're almost done. I hope you're not sleeping, having a coffee and chocolate. So how to apply? Number one, as Arkady is your first point of contact for any help, for any support you would like to have. And again, we all here working as a team. It's not like I'm showing up here as an advertisement girl and saying, oh, hey guys, we are so cool, come to us. So we always support you. So we always staying together. We work as a team. You or your family or your friends, or your parents or your spouse with kids, trust me, it's like there's so many things we work on together. Arkady, myself, we work as a team, making sure you're all prepared from one step to another one before you come to Canada. Okay, so stress relief environment with us. And how to apply? Very easy. So we have automated processes. So everything is going online application system, but the most important is number one, as I said, career, right? So think about the program, think about career. Connect with us if you're not sure. We can work out together. Then second one is doing pre-admission steps, because very important, especially for me, understanding where are you right now, whether or not you have a chances to receive a letter of acceptance to be admitted to the program or not. Let's say you're a high school student and you're looking only for cardiovascular program. It's not going to work like that, right? So I'll let you know right away. That's a great opportunity for you, but let's work for bridging program or something else. So maybe related program, health related program, because let's say for this program, you have to have university degree and experience in the field, right? So just for example. And again, applying online, again, just more details, maybe I put it too much. You need to think about 2 programs of choice just in case, because in the time you're applying, at the time admission officer is going to be looking at your documents of the admissions. One of the program might be closed, so they will go with the second program choice number 2. Okay. And again, start your CASA online application. So I think it's very easy steps, because you are not alone, you are with us, right? We are working as a team. And here we are in almost the end. Scholarships. Do we have scholarships? What does it mean? So I've been in a scholarship committee a couple of years, some time ago. You can ask me any questions, but again, from my experience, you need to be very pretty much determined with your goal while you're applying for scholarship. What documents it's asked you to submit. So we have so many supportive services. So scholarships are available for a student who registered. So what does it mean? So there's so many scholarships and awards and financial assistance available in Mohawk College. Once you registered as a student, once you come to Canada, you can apply to different range of award scholarships and financial opportunities we have and are supporting our students for all international students and domestic students. Every semester is available opportunity. So again, it's just an idea. The range of the scholarships might be from 500 to 5,000. There are so many subcategories to that. And the most important thing you can think of, what's a scholarship? So what's influencing to the scholarship? The high scholarship, the more kind of a bit more requirements. Number one is, of course, motivation. That again, just for you to get an idea. Number two is the your grades, right? You have to be a successful student, again, depending on the scholarship you're applying for and the year you're applying for. Volunteering hours, references, and extras is always in need, but it's not like a bad surprise for you. We're studying like, oh my God, I'm going to have an experience. As I started my presentation and introducing institution and everything, all life and services in Mohawk College, we prepare you for the career for volunteering and how to get a first Canadian experience even before coming to Canada. So you all prepared for that. And once you come to Canada, even during orientation as a first semester student, there's so many staff supporting you with providing you at what stage is going to be the best for you to look at the opportunities and how to apply, what documents and access. There's always support for you, okay? And services, so everything related. See, I already covered this part. So everything what's related, as you can see, permits and visa. So we don't provide any immigration legal advice. So for the first semester students, so first you need to apply to Mohawk College, receive letter of acceptance, and then apply for visa, for example, right? So Arkady is providing, I believe, this all services to you. So please ask Arkady for any questions you might have. So you see permits and visas related to the current students who are studying. Let's say they need to do study permit extension or apply for graduation letter, to apply for PGW, postgraduate work. From those all little details, we provide just resources. We don't have a person who is taking care of this. You can just suggest, okay? Lots of academic support. So we have a free additional, so we've been with Arkady on a tour last summer. So introduced to him Learning Support Center, where it's absolutely for free services on a campus with additional free staff and free mentors for all subjects you might have, or everything, even English, you can have absolutely for free. Extra support, adding to the professors who are supporting you, adding to this Learning Support Center, and extra support, lots of support available. So those students who are taking post-secondary degree, usually it's related to advanced diploma, which is a 3 years duration. Students are having an opportunity to transfer to the universities if they want to, within Canada or outside of Canada. So we have hundreds of articulation agreements within Canada, outside of Canada. There are so many transfers available. And again, working in Canada, as I said, health insurance. So in your tuition fee is very important what is covered. In your tuition fee is covered, included the bus pass, then the fitness membership. So we have our fitness brand, like brand new on our campus. So we have an access there. And the third one is very important for us, your health, right? So health insurance with the biggest coverage, I'd say in Canada, with dental coverage is included in your tuition fee. So you don't have to worry about it. Stress relief, stress-free environment for you. So let's go quickly through the accommodation options. So we have different types of accommodations. And again, depending on when you're coming, are you coming by yourself? What are your preferences? Are you coming with your family, or you're coming by yourself, or you have kids? So there are all things matter. So we have, I'd say, 3 types of accommodation. One is a Mohawk residence. Another one is a homestay agency, and the third one is the independent living. So we provide everything for you depending on your request. I see there's so many things in chat going on. So again, there's so many sports activities, varsity teams. Let's say you want to play in basketball, you want to be playing in volleyball, or even hockey team. There's so much available in Mohawk College. And a special offer for you. So that we discussed with Arkady, especially for Arkady, for a great partner and great friend, and for you who attended today the session. So if you're going to register before February 12, so right now, just addition to that, the registration is opened till September, for September this year already. So it's been opened last December, the end of the last December. So if you submit the application by February 12, so it's going to be waived application fee. So the application fee amount is 100 Canadian dollars. I think it's going to be good savings for you. So we're not going to be charging you. So we're going to be providing the waiving code for Arkady. So, who's going to be providing you the all support during application processes in Express, right?
Yeah, I want to say thank you very much for this offer. And guys, when you decide to apply into Canadian institutions, you need to bear in mind that there is always an application fee. Sometimes there is a documents assessment fee, depending on the institutions where you want to go to. Sometimes it's $75, and some institutions I've seen to up to $500. So this is really a good opportunity for you to apply into two programs, because there were a few questions in the chat already about the GPA and the entry requirements, etc. You can apply and see how it goes. If you are not selected for one program, you might be selected for the second program. So you can choose two programs at Mohawk and pay nothing for your application. That's a really good opportunity, I think.
Thank you, Arkady. That's true. So personally, I was applying to Thompson Rivers University. I was looking before pandemic, right? I think before pandemic, we had one life. During pandemic, the second life. Now is a third life, right? Again, that's just for me. I'm sharing my experience. So before the pandemic time, I applied to Thompson Rivers University. So I have already university degree. I have already postgraduate degree. I just wanted for myself to refresh myself, and I'm the person who is always studying. So that's very important, just maybe for you as well, motivation. So I applied to Thompson Rivers University. So I had to pay back, in 2020, I believe 250 or 300 Canadian dollars without any pre-assessment, nothing. So it was just kind of playing in a game, yes or no. So here it doesn't work like that. So that's why we provide more individual services, and you have an opportunity. I would invite all of you with Arkady, of course, so we can do a tete-a-tete session. So by February 12, so you're welcome to sign up for our tete-a-tete individual sessions. So please connect with Arkady for arranging it. So we can talk about the pre-assessing you, pre-assessing your kind of degree, what are you looking for to apply, for what program, what career in the future, and you're gonna have the full service range before you apply. So it's your choice, but it's a very opportunity we can have at this moment, okay? So then, again, I was right in time. I thought I'm going to be taking 2 hours of your time, but
no, it's just great timing, and we had lots of questions in the chart already, but I think we still have time for questions and answers, so which is
Perfect.
great. Yeah. I have one question, guys. You think about your questions, and I have one question because it's been asked all the time, and you mentioned very clearly about the co-op programs, which is a great opportunity. But I know there are programs that do not have co-op, and probably it's a big number of programs. Does it really mean that the college will not be able to support students in their job search? Or is there any component included that helps them find, let's say, to take an internship during their program? Can you explain a little bit about that? Because lots of programs, they're really attractive. They are so much better than in other institutions, but for some reason, there is no co-op included. Why is that? And is it really a challenge for students?
Yeah, great question. One of the top one. I love it. Thank you very much. So let me try to provide you more clarifications, and you're welcome to add your comments to that, or something else. So just for you to understand. So not necessarily for all programs to have a co-op. That's just for you to understand, okay? For example, why I'm here on this slide, for example, aviation, I guess it's going to be a bright example for you to understand what is it. So on this program, 2-year program, usually those 3 or 4 streams we have and offer for aviation, it's not needed extra co-op. So co-op is an extra work experience, not for you to earn money actually, but I mean, it's an addition beneficial for you. Yes, so you're getting money, but it's for getting, number one, is an industry real experience up to date as of now. So for aviation, there is no reason at all to have extra, because you are working on a field every day. You don't have to do that.
So there is enough work experience within the program.
Correct. So that's for you very important to understand. For example,
then, sorry, and then instead of co-op, students can use their vacation or holidays to work full-time elsewhere, right?
Correct, 100%. Okay. Right, but again, for the programs, let's say, let me think, TV broadcasting. So you don't have a co-op because you're working on a studio, on a recording, on extra things. So you don't have to have it. Or biotechnology, or let's say like, IT, right? So computer streams, we have big streams we offer in Mohawk College. And actually Hamilton is a part of IT as well. So everything from Kitchener, Waterloo, Hamilton to Toronto, it's kind of connected IT sector. Like I say, the second, how it goes, Silicon Valley, right? In our place as well. So the IT, it's needed. So all of our core programs are existing in IT sector. IT is changing every second, every minute, every day. So that's why we are adding extra co-op that is mandatory or optional for students to have. Okay, so I hope it's helping you. Or the program, again, early childhood education, working with kids. So how you can be trained on just theory or just practical little hands-on training. You have to be in the field. It doesn't call co-op. It calls internship. So internship, like, it's a very important hours. Don't remember how many hours, has to be a semester or every week, or every month, that depending on a program's designed, that you have to be in a daycare working with real kids as an extra addition. Okay, so that's just for you to understand the difference. And again, some other fields, so it's just on music programs, so there are no co-op needed, because you have everything, music instruments, you're working, you are playing, everything is available for you. You don't have extra experience, because like it's no reason for you to have it, right? So I hope I answered to your question.
Well, thank you very much, guys. If you have any questions, feel free. I will unmute you, or you can write in the chat box. There was a question about do you have programs in agriculture, in horticulture? Do you have any programs related to the farming? Is there anything in this field?
Yeah, that's a good question. Not actually.
No? Okay.
Because we are not very agricultural province here. I mean, especially our part, right?
Yeah.
But again, we can talk about it if you can find something.
Yeah, I can help students find the programs.
Oh, yeah, sure.
In more rural places where there is 100% agriculture.
Yeah.
So you are more of a technology, IT, business, industrial, okay, healthcare. Yeah, agriculture, no, guys, but other institutions offer, so feel free to reach out to me by email and we'll find something for you 100%.
Yeah.
Something really good. Right now I have 90 partner institutions in Canada, so the variety is so big, but I really like Mohawk College for lots of things, for the location, for the industry connections, for the facilities. When I went, to the campus. It was actually my first time this year, and it was amazing. I was really impressed, like really impressed. I always tell students, oh, colleges are pretty much the same, but you know what, sometimes when you're surrounded by the modern architecture, but the design, I don't know, everything, every single detail, and you know that the money you're paying is not just for desks and chairs. The infrastructure is amazing. It's something like, so it's really outstanding. It's really outstanding. And like the courtroom, and wow, so many things. Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you.
Thank you very
Guys,
much,
any other
Arkady.
questions? Anything else?
Yes, I can some questions, Arkady. I asked from you. Can I talk in Russian?
Of course.
Yeah, you can
I'm not
you can
sure.
speak Russian or English, because the most people there are people from different countries, so it's really up to you. Yeah.
Да, просто и опять-таки мне лучше передавать
Okay.
свои мысли на русском из-за этого. Как бы я сам на данный момент уже студент, учусь на инженера электроэнергетика. Я могу ли продолжить свое обучение в вашем колледже?
Okay.
Yeah. I will translate into English so other people would understand. So thank you very much for your question. Thank you so much. So the question was like whether or not there is a possibility to transfer credits from the existing program and institution student is taken to Mohawk College. So the question is going to be yes. But take into consideration, if you're shortening the program in Mohawk College is a public institution, it might impact your eligibility for a postgraduate work permit, the application. But again, just saying you as general information, but there is a possibility, yes.
Yeah, so see, if your new program will be shorter than 2 years, you might not get the maximum length of your work permit afterwards. So it's in your best interest to study in Canada minimum 2 years. That's really important. But some students, they take 1 year programs and they find a job. It just makes it more risky. So, but many students, they choose to study minimum 2 years to get a longer work permit.
Right, but again, it's your choice. Yes, it's your choice. So we're just giving you like just a bit details. Or sometimes students are coming to us because now we are in a very hectic time. So we are still in a startup because sorry, I didn't mention that we have 3 intakes, major intakes, September, January, and May for all programs. Where students are coming right now is still about 3 weeks after startup, like in January, let's say right now, that students are arriving. There's so many questions. So I was so lucky to have a bit more time to spend with you and provide you more information, and to Arkady and to all of you who joined us for this session. Thank you very much. So some students are coming, international students saying, oh, can I shorten the program, or can I do a part-time instead of full-time? So yes, you can, but it's impacting your status in Canada and then future planning for PGWP, but it's just an information for you, okay?
Да, просто дело в том, что как бы я здесь учусь, да, я уже на 4-м курсе, просто, не знаю, такое можно тут говорить или нет, просто здесь перспектив для меня никакие нету, если честно. Я очень хочу продолжить свое обучение в Канаде, у меня там много причин, и, как сказать, как бы, чтобы это все было правильно, у вас там перспектив много насчет работы. Я знаю, что я там получу лучшее образование. Просто у меня такая проблема была. Но я думаю, у большинства такие проблемы были по поводу этого карантина. Во время карантина я как бы, да, поступил в универ. Я увидел универ только в 1-м курсе и потом уже на 3-м курсе. То есть в онлайне я понял, что нормально обучаться невозможно просто.
Из какой вы страны?
Я Азербайджан. Из Азербайджана.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I would suggest that we meet and we develop the plan for you for your education. Let's do this.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes students asking too. Yeah, I just wanted to add. I'm not sure if there are still people are staying here. Yeah. So thank you so much for staying with us. And apology for speaking in different language. So I'll try to provide you a big brief. Maybe you have the same question or something in your mind that students who are studying in university right now and thinking about more opportunities to move to Canada, to join Mohawk, and to have a bit different opportunities, I'd say. So what to do? Two options, like to withdraw the course where you are right now, or stay or finishing up and then moving to Mohawk. So again, depending on the situation, I had cases like that. So students who were in the beginning of their semester, let's say they started first semester only in the university, I say it's your choice. I can't say, or go from there and come back. So it's your choice. I'm providing the options. So it makes sense for people, maybe if they decide to finally to do it because they didn't miss a lot and in the university, but those students who are completing maybe their bachelor degree, I'd say maybe it's better to complete bachelor degree if it's a 1 year length.
Yeah,
left,
if you're finishing in Azerbaijan, maybe it makes sense to not.
Извините, это может быть немножко дерзко. Только скажите мне, я соберу чемоданы просто.
Thank you so much, Amar. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so we can talk with Arkady in more detail. So again, it's very specific requests. So really appreciate a few questions.
Yeah.
And I would love to help you and support. So if anyone else has a question, please don't be shy. Ask us.
Oh, there is a question. May I read it from the chat? Oman,
Sure.
Thank you very much. Oman, спасибо большое.
Yeah,
there is a question about your bachelor degree, Bachelor of Analytics and Data Management. It has 420 hours of work integrated learning. What does it mean?
It's a brand new program, actually. I haven't read it carefully more. So it's just became live on a website. Not sure. So I think the best way for you, and thank you so much for the question, that if you could set up a one-to-one meeting, Arkady, you and myself, we is talking about this program. I will share the screen. I will share the program details. If there are any specifics you're going to be asking about the programs that I have no answer, I know a lot, but sometimes I don't have an answer. So then maybe it's a case that we can connect to the faculty for more details. It's a brand new program we are launching for this September. So really appreciate your research. Thank you so much for your time. Please schedule a separate Zoom call for Arkady and myself and you, and we're going to be talking about it in more detail. So I apologize about it. Okay.
Yes, thank you very much. There was a question about the proof of funds, how much money is needed for accommodation and living costs. But guys, I will send in the chat the official link, because we are not immigration consultants. We can only provide information based on the official website of the government of Canada. So please bear in mind that the minimum amount is 10,000 Canadian dollars for the first year for your living costs, but in reality it is not enough. So you have to think about bringing with you, I would say, considering Hamilton is not an expensive place to live, but I would say at least you would need 15,000 Canadian dollars for your living costs, for accommodation, meals, etc. Am I correct, Svetlana? What do you think?
I think so, because again, just to keep, just an idea how much is the accommodation in Hamilton. So just renting, sorry, a room as a single room, and again, it's very common in Canada, trust me, homestay or renting a room.
Homestay is a good option. Is inexpensive, right?
It might be luxury style, it might be economy style. There's always everything is available. So that, I'd say the cost is from 550, 600 Canadian dollars. They're not USD or Euro, right? So it's a Canadian dollars per month. So you can calculate the budget, but the most important, again, keep in mind, again, I work on a budget with international student before even they apply on the, and again, it's reality. It's not something like I'd say, always say with Arkady, oh, don't worry, you're going to be earning 100,000 or a million a month. So don't worry, it's not like that, right? So we work more on a more real case, what you're going to have, how much you're going to be earning per hour as a student in average. how much you're going to be earning as a student during the summer off, right? So which is what is it, May, June, July, August, 4 months, right? So it's going to your budget as well. So again, it's all reality. It's all about the students' cases, right? How they live here, how they operate, how they work, right? And creating their budgets. That's also very important.
Yeah, sounds good. I would say students who like 1,000 per month Canadian is very hard. It will only give you the opportunity to pay for your bedroom, probably in a basement, and then meals, very simple. So I would suggest to bring a little more. But students can work, right? Students can work, and we've seen even Canadian students, they work part-time. It's very common. Most of the students, I had students who found the job super fast, right? They just came to Canada, and within the first couple of weeks, they were working part-time already. But some students, they really, or maybe the program might be harder. For example, for those of you who are going to study healthcare in studying health programs, or let's say even like graphic design, they're very hard. There are so many assignments, and people don't really have much time to work. But for some of you who are choosing other programs that might be easier, or they might have more even like practical application. For example, if you study hospitality and you want to work in the hospitality industry, why not, right? So it's very,
so for example, my son, he's in grade 10, he's finishing grade 10 this year. He is working in Subway. So it's kind of a little restaurant with making sandwiches. So he's having, and again, he is a student in a high school, and he is working at the same time with some shifts that he can handle. Again, that's his choice, and sometimes our choice to start first thing in life. So that it's about, I'd say, 13 Canadian dollars per hour as a student, as a high school student for him. So I'd say for you, just to think of now, and again, just an estimate, very, very, rough estimation, I'd say from about 15, around 15, 16, probably, right, Arkady, Canadian dollars per hour.
Yeah, the minimum wage is around 15, and then again, there are so many jobs now, then there is a good chance to find something higher. So right now, the labor market is probably the best than we've seen in the past 20 years. So it's probably
and especially after pandemic, post-pandemic recovery, so we're in a good position.
Lots of new jobs opening, lots of new professions,
companies too, right? So many opportunities. So just for you to bear in your mind, to keep in your mind. So it's in about, you can calculate 20 hours if you're allowed to work as a student. Calculate by 4, right? So 4 weeks in a month, and then so something like that, right? And calculate or multiply by 15 as an estimate. You can see approximately, but we're going to be lying to you. Let's be honest. We're going to be lying to you, saying, you know what, in the first months after you arrive, you're going to be running to find a job. It's not going to work like that in most cases, right? So you need some time for adaptation, for understanding where you are, what's the culture, and extras, right? So, but again, each case is different.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Well, any other questions, guys? Anything else? What jobs would you... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Извините, пожалуйста, еще один у меня вопрос. Просто вы сказали, вы со мной свяжетесь, просто я не знаю, как это будет.
Yeah, okay. If you don't know how we can get in touch, you already have my email. You all received an email from me, right? You have my email already. If not, I just posted it here in the chat. So everything is because we have a big time difference. The email is the best way to connect. Yeah? У вас есть мой email, и вы можете мне писать, и я вам могу писать по email.
Спасибо.
Arkady, do you think, would it be okay if I ask anyone who attended today to follow our Instagram account?
Yeah, definitely, sure.
Thank you very much. So we have an Instagram account. I'm developing. There's still baby there, but please follow us.
Definitely, yeah.
So for all updates, so let me double check that I'm not making any mistakes in providing you an ID. Sorry, thank you for being with us. Just a second. So I'm putting there all updates. So it's Mohawk _college _Europe. So it's particularly devoted for so it's here for European region and Asian region. For all updates, for all information, you're welcome to follow us.
Perfect.
And become friends. Thank you very much.
Yeah. There is another question. What would be the part-time jobs for students?
Right.
Can you tell what's available in Hamilton? Let's say, because I live in London, Ontario. It's 2 hours away from Hamilton, and every city is really different. So I would say that you need to really look at the city infrastructure. That's the first thing you have to consider. So what would be available in Hamilton for students?
So let's concentrate on Mohawk.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I'm based in Faneuil campus, and Arkady, you've been there, so it's like a city in a city. So we have the huge food court, all departments, all services support for students, and again, just thinking what I'm talking about. So it's all opportunities for you to apply. The administrative job, customer service, volunteering, part-time jobs, seasonal jobs. So many things available in Mohawk College. So we have a department career advising. So I've done the live Instagram session with Hassam. He's our international career advisor for students who already registered and studying. So he's supporting, and his team supporting all international students finding the first job. So we have kind of a policy in Mohawk College that providing the opportunity, first opportunity goes to the first brand new international students who just registered, with providing opportunities on campus with jobs, part-time jobs, with anything, and with the volunteering opportunities. So volunteering, it might sound for you, oh, I'm not sure. So it's not like that. So I was volunteering a lot, and it helped me a lot for the career growth, for the connections, and for getting the first job. So that's kind of again, you don't think like, oh, you need to go somewhere. And again, our campus is located in a city. It's not like something that you have to have a car. So it's the beautiful and the best infrastructure with transportation system within a city, outside of the city. So you not necessarily need to have a car to get from one place to another place. And again, I'm talking about, for example, Faneuil campus. It's the biggest campus we have. So everywhere, library, any services. I'm hiring right now people, actually students who already registered, who just came to Canada for volunteering positions, being mentors for other students. So there's so many great opportunities. So again, number one is in Mohawk College. There are lots of opportunities for us to look at.
Within the campus, working
within
on
the
campus.
But
Correct. I also want to mention, because you might not see those things. You live in the city and you use your car all the time. Canadians love their cars, but guys, believe me, what I was impressed on was that in the Mohawk College, in the main campus, they have their own bus terminal. So there are buses coming from all over the city, which is very important. You guys, in North America, the public transportation is not the same in Europe. It's not as walkable as European cities because the distances are huge. Most people live in low-rise private houses, except for the downtown core. But to Mohawk College, it's so easy to get from different parts of the city, which is very important if you work, right? And sometimes if you look for accommodation, you might save some money. It might be like 30 minutes away from campus. It's important that you have a direct bus, because you don't want to make transfers. You don't want to wait during the winter in a bus stop to change your buses, etc. So this is a really good, I would say, even selling point for the campus, because it's very well connected to the different parts of the city.
Yeah, it's a very great point. Thank you so much, Arkady. I'd say add just one word. It's very accessible. The transportation and everything, all needs you might have. Yeah. It's very, very accessible for all of you. Yeah. And again, just you have an opportunity on your study permit working on and off campus. There are no limitations, right? So you have lots of opportunities, and we have lots of services for supporting, especially, I mean, all students, but especially who just come into Canada, who just registered. As of now, we're still experiencing so many students. Today I'm working from home, but other days I'm working in the office. So yesterday I was in the office. There was so many working students who just came. We have so many questions before coming and right now, because it's different, right? So you have now one question, and once you arrive, like, oh my God, I have more questions. So you're always welcome to come And we support those students, number one, for providing a career and volunteering opportunity to earn a Canadian experience first. Yes. And your friends, professors as well. So they're all connected to the industries. No, any single professor would be hired to our institution without certain years working in the industry. They're connected to the industry, and most of them are still working in the industry and teaching in.
Yeah, and this is big difference between universities and colleges in Canada, because when you study in the university, you get a lot of academic stuff. They're very well prepared. They've done their PhDs, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they've been in your boots. It doesn't necessarily mean that they've done career in this field. So in the college, it is different. And actually, the good thing about the college and having those professors from the industry is that I have seen lots of students who found their jobs through their connections with the professor, who were referred by their professors to the industry. So that's really important. And thank you very much for mentioning it. It is a big important point for those going to colleges in Canada.
100%. And class sizes too, right? So I have a friend whose daughter went to the university last September. She registered, and she apparently wasn't prepared to see over 100 people in her class. It's just big lecture classroom. She was so kind of even more afraid to come in, and it was a bit different, of course, learning opportunity. But again, the difference between college and universities, so class size, tuition fee, durations, and extras. So universities, again, if you're going to come to us with Arkady and say, I'm going to become a doctor, we would say 100% you can take a bridging program in our institution, and you have to be in the university, right? So based on the field, or you want to become a part of the lawyer, right? So you can take, let's say, paralegal preparation courses and then start your career in legal industry. So that's very important for you to understand about the difference. College is like more practical hands-on training. University is like more academic one and scientific one, right?
Yeah, well, thank you very much. I don't see any new questions. So guys, let's really focus on your goals. And I suggest that we run the follow-up session. As Svetlana mentioned, we can do the follow-up questions and answers session, which will be more of your maybe more personalized. And there have been some questions that were difficult to answer today, but then we will prepare the details and the answers. Everything regarding Mohawk College. If you're guys looking for other options, for example, you've seen Mohawk and you said, oh no, I need something cheaper, or no, I'm probably going to the university, or I want to become, I don't know, I want to study psychology, which is not offered through colleges, or something else, please reach out to me and we'll find the best solution for you. For Mohawk College, it is really a great institution for those who want to start their career. I would say who is looking for the fastest and the most economical way to start their career in Canada. So that's a great opportunity for you. But you might have different goals, and we'll talk about those goals as well. And let's connect with Svetlana once again about Mohawk College later. So thank you very much. And I think we are done for today. It was amazing.
Thank you so much, Arkady, for organizing. Thank you so much for everyone who attended and found your time to join us. We're all busy these days. And I'm wishing you all the best. Yeah. Stay tuned with Mohawk College. Come to Canada, and can't wait to see you in person. Take care. Yeah. All the best.
Yeah. Have a good night, and see you again. Bye.
Take care. Bye. Bye.